Are you serious, guys? Oh, my. My wife dug this picture up from somewhere. You can't always believe everything you see. Welcome, everybody. This is The Coming Apocalypse. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Are you serious? Guys, I am very serious. And let me put a shout out right now, if I could, for virtualshield.com/Paul. That's virtualshield.com/Paul. Are you serious, Patriots? If you're 40 years old and older, yeah, Terry Rozier. I'm dunking on Terry Rozier. We're going to talk about that, okay? So just hang on. You may remember about Terry Rozier, so I'm going to tell you in just a second. Patriots, if you're 40 years old and up who have Gmail, listen up. Weeks ago, the biggest email hack ever just leaked. Over 183 million passwords. You're most likely, most of you out there right now your information's probably already out there, a lot of you, because of hackers. They'll steal your social security number, your bank details, even your name, and then drain your accounts or rack up debt in your name. That's identity theft. Crooks pretending to be you, wrecking your credit, your savings, your life, while you fight to prove it's not you. But here's your fix. Virtual Shield Identity Protection. Just easily sign up, and it scans the dark web daily for your leaked info. Blast alerts to your phone if something's fishy, like the Gmail breach popping up. If thieves strike, up to $5 million in insurance can help cover your lost wages, your legal fees, your stolen money. Plus, they got 24/7 U.S. experts handling all the calls and the cleanup. Just relax. For $4.88 a month, this is the cheapest Virtual Shield out there, especially if you click on the link below. Go to virtualshield.com/Paul. That's virtualshield.com/Paul. You'll be glad if you did. Oh, yes. All right. Well, let me tell you something. Are you serious? Yes, we are very serious. Yes, the webinar is just 2 days away, guys. You're only 48 hours or so. 2 days away. The webinar's Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. You can't miss this one. I want to say it's the best one ever, but everyone said the last two were. So if you think the last two were, I know you're going to say this one is, because this is loaded with information that is going to change the course of history. 2026 is going to be a year like none other in prophecy and in all kinds of areas. I mean, I can't even think. There was so much information coming at me from Agent X and Bishop Larry Ragland and John the AI guy and Mike from around the world. And then I went back and looked at what Steve Quayle said that's coming true. And I'm just looking at all of these. I mean, are you serious? Kim Clement, Dr. Lester Sumrall, Dr. Irvin Baxter. I mean, are you serious, everybody? This is crazy. So listen, don't miss this. Don't miss this webinar. It is and I was on the phone yesterday with Brandon Biggs. I also got some information from him. So I'm going to share all that with you in this webinar. Now, as you can see right here, I'm jumping pretty high right here in this picture. And in the thumbnail, what it was, it's me dunking over Terry Rozier. We'll tell you why I have that ability to jump so high. It's because of sugar gum from the asteroid. What? This is insane, but it's true. There's sugar gum, space gum. NASA has discovered space gum and sugars crucial to life in an asteroid, Bennu, samples that were brought to the Earth. Okay? Brought to the Earth. Now, I want to make sure, will I be able to be better at basketball even at the age of 63? I'm almost 64. Well, let's roll back the clock. Roll back the clock 11 years ago when I was 52 years old, guys. I was 52 years old, and I was out shooting baskets. Boom. Wait a minute. And that little guy getting the ball for me, that was little Drake. This is 11 years ago. I was 52. Boom. Let's see. Do it again. Boom. So what I did is I challenged Terry Rozier, who was caught in the NBA gambling scandal that just hit. cheating on betting on basketball and throwing his performance so that he could make $200,000. That's the allegation anyway. So I challenged him. I said, Terry, what are you doing? You're an NBA player. But the highlights of the game that he did, he was shooting air balls. Okay, this guy's an NBA player. So I said, Terry, I'm willing at the age of 63 to challenge you to a 3-point contest. And that's me right there at age 52, knocking them down, okay? But reality is you can't. Now that you can believe. You can believe that video because that is an actual video of me knocking them down. But you can't believe everything you see, okay? You just can't. I'm not so sure you can believe this picture. But it's interesting how things are adjusting because of course, AI. Here's one thing's for sure, though. This is a fact. NASA has found gum, some kind of space gum, and sugars crucial to life in an asteroid Bennu. Scientists have detected several sugars essential for life in the samples brought back from Bennu. According to NASA, they've been analyzing these pristine fragments from the asteroid Bennu that was delivered to Earth by NASA's Orius spacecraft that came in 2023. A team led by Yoshiro Furukawa. There it is. Careful, okay. Furukawa of Tohoku University in Japan. They found that there was ribose, which is a crucial building block to RNA. Are you serious about this? RNA and glucose, an energy-rich sugar that's used by nearly all of life's source on Earth. Although the researchers stress that these sugars are not evidence of life itself, their presence suggests that the basic chemical ingredients needed for biology and the building blocks of life were common throughout the early solar system. Well, it doesn't shock me. God created everything. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God, the same was in the beginning with God, without God, nothing was made that was made. But although these researchers are saying this, they were everywhere. We found out it's everywhere, said Danny Glavin, an astrobiologist at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Maryland and co-investigator on the Orius Rex mission, according to NASA. If materials like these are widespread, he added, then places such as Mars, and that would be true, Mars would certainly be a very interesting place to go look. No doubt about that. That Mars or Jupiter's icy moon, Europa, the moon that goes around Jupiter, may also have seeded with the same raw ingredients. I'm becoming much more optimistic, he said, that we may be able to find life beyond Earth, even in our own solar system, because Orius Rex spacecraft scooped and sealed the Bennu samples off the asteroid directly in space. The grains never touch the Earth's environment. Scientists say that allows them to study the pristine extraterrestrial chemistry. Did he say ET chemistry? Yes, he did. Something not possible with meteorites that crash to Earth and quickly become contaminated. And for the new study published on yesterday in the journal Nature Geoscience, the Furukawa team analyzed about 600 milligrams of powdered Bennu material. After soaking the grains in water and acid to extract any sugars, the scientists used highly sensitive lab instruments to detect the chemical fingerprints, matching ribose, glucose, and several other sugars, according to their research papers. Breaking space news. The latest updates. The researchers say that the most exciting of these ribose, sugar that forms the backbone of RNA, a molecule that stores genetic information, helps build protein, and carries out many of life's essential chemical reactions. The prevailing scientific consensus is that RNA arose before DNA in early life, making ribose a key piece in the theories about how life began. So Furukawa's team also discovered glucose, the primary fuel source for modern life, making the first time this sugar has been identified in an extraterrestrial sample. These sugars complete the inventory of ingredients crucial to life, according to Furukawa and his team wrote in a new paper. The results suggested that the sugars formed inside of Bennu's long-lost parent asteroid for over 4.5 billion years, that's their calculation, when pockets of salty water reacted with simple organic molecules inside the rock. That parent body later drifted into the inner solar system, broke apart into the asteroid belt. Are you talking about the asteroid belt, guys? Come on. Are you serious? The asteroid belt. Well, that's what Mike Around the World says is headed in our direction, and we know that's true. It says that the parent body later drifted into the inner solar system, broke apart in the asteroid belt, and eventually reassembled into the rubble pile asteroid now known as Bennu. No, I didn't say Bennu. I said Bennu. The researchers also note that they did not detect a type of sugar used to build DNA called 2-deoxyribose, whose absence supports the long-standing RNA world hypothesis that early life relied on RNA first, with DNA and proteins evolving later. So this is the building block. They believe this is the building blocks. Well, it is scientifically. RNA, you need RNA first before you can create DNA and protein. So scientists say they're now checking whether similar sugars appear in the samples of other asteroids. A nearby asteroid sampled by Japan called Ryugu. I wouldn't be surprised if we found them as well. So Bennu has the sugar. And it's sticky. It's like a gum. It's space gum. So I thought about it. What if Paul Begley was to actually start chewing on some of that space gum? So I called my friends at NASA and I said, can I have some of that space gum? Well, first thing they said to me was, wait a minute, Begley, before you even try this stuff, you got to understand the potency of it. I said, but you don't understand. I sat down and I did a podcast with Terry Rozier, and I put a challenge out to Terry. There you see us. Terry, of course, is an NBA player who was caught up in the gambling. Okay, and whether it's alleged. I can't, we're not throwing him under a bus. It's alleged against him. But when I saw the highlights of how well he played in the game that they're suspected that he threw, the guy was throwing up air balls and dribbling the ball out of bounds and throwing horrific passes. It was awful. So I decided to challenge Terry Rozier to a 3-point contest. I'm 63 years old. The hair is gray, Terry. The beard is gray. And so there you see us in a podcast where I'm challenging him. And so I went working on the jump shot, what have you, and you guys saw that, trying to get my game going. And here's what happened. Wow! I called up NASA friends. They gave me some of the space gum, and all of a sudden I started jumping right out of the gymnasium. As you can see in that slam dunk behind me there. Incredible situation developed. Incredible. And so we go back, we look at what we did. There I am 11 years ago with little Drake. You know, Drake's now, 11 years ago in that picture, Drake would have been about 7. He's 18 now. Okay. So he would have been 7 years old. And boom. Okay. The jump shot wasn't bad. So I challenged Terry Rozier to a 3-point contest. And so we went to the court, and you saw me dunking over top of him in the thumbnail. And so I think it all worked. I really do. I think it all worked. So, and I got to give some of the credit. I'm slam dunking the ball over Terry Rozier. That's incredible. Well, that's because of the space gum that I was given from NASA from the asteroid Bennu. Now, guys, if you can believe that, I got some oceanfront property in Arizona. From my front porch, you can see the sea. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona. If you buy that, I'll dunk the ball on Terry. Guys, I'll be right back after this. Are you serious? They're finding life out there. It's because God is the creator of all life. What?
John spent his days walking up and down the Jordan, making a pathway for the Lord. He cried out to the people, a message of repentance, the kingdom, heaven in his words.
Yes, I'm getting ready for the rapture. I'm working on my jumping ability.
Come on in and get baptized. On the side of redemption you will stand. This was the mission of John the Baptist, a wandering preacher man. On the road to Damascus, the trouble in his heart. Saul was the meanest guy around, and the good Lord saw right through him. It was time for a change. In a flash of light, he knocked him to the ground. He would never be the same, so he spread the truth with his new name. Message of redemption across the land. This was the mission of an apostle named Paul, a wandering preacher man.
It's time for a change. Let's all get rapture ready. Do you remember Flubber in the tennis shoes? That's right. Well, it's space gum. NASA discovers it. And all you got to do is chew a little bit of that, and you'll jump out of the gym. Are you serious? Are they serious?
Walk from town to town, teaching truth to the people.
On an asteroid?
The author of creation,
Flesh and bone. He showed the world
the fullness
of his glory. He called all the sinners to come home. The Son of God had been sent. He was crucified, but he rose again. Our redemption resting in his hands.
This is the message of our
Lord Jesus, wandering preacher man.
preacher man.
Our Lord was a preacher man. Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, okay. Guys, we'll be back with more current world events. Of course, get your tickets. We're only 2 days away from the webinar. That is really, really incredible. It's prophecy and predictions. Prophecy and predictions for 2026. And I'm going to be back. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of it in my next video of some of the information you're going to hear in this incredible webinar. Well, Terry, I'm just having a little fun, but hopefully the situation that he's in will get cleared up. But yeah, we're living in the end times, and the asteroids apparently are, you know what they're finding? And the more science looks, the more it proves the Bible. God created all things, and he gave life to all things. And his building blocks of life are consistent throughout infinity. Are you saved? Trust me, we're going to heaven one day, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to be left behind. I'll be back with more. Get your tickets right now. Go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com or pick up the phone and call for this webinar. Call 765 414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. If you go to my website right now, you'll see. Can I do that? I don't think I can do that now. Yeah. Anyway, you can get the ticket, or you can also get the Paul Begley Christmas ornament, which is, everybody is just, they love it. They love it. Okay. The Paul Begley Christmas ornament. You can get your hands on that and put that on the tree. I think you'll have a lot of fun with that. Check it out. Go to the store when you go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. Order your ticket for the webinar and get the ornament while you're at it. Okay. I think you'll really enjoy it. Let me see if I have it here. No, I can't. I'm not going to go through all that. Anyway, I'm the jumping preacher man. That's right. I'll be back, guys, with more on the coming apocalypse.